About the time we can make the ends meet, somebody moves the ends. Blessed are the young, for they shall inherit the national debt. Be patient and calm. No one can catch fish in anger. Children are our greatest natural resource. Doctors think a lot of patients are cured who have simply quit in disgust. Economic depression cannot be cured by legislative action or executive pronouncement. Fishing is much more than fish. It is the great occasion when we may return to the fine simplicity of our forefathers. I am sure I'd have made a better all-around man if I hadn't lost so much time just making a living. I'm the only person of distinction who's ever had a depression named after him. My country owes me nothing. It gave me, as it gives every boy and girl, a chance. It gave me schooling, independence of action, opportunity for service, and honor. No one ever listened themselves out of a job. Older men declare war, but it is youth that must fight and die, and it is youth who must inherit the tribulation, the sorrow, and the triumphs that are the aftermath of war. The only problem with capitalism is the capitalists. They're too damned greedy. Freedom is the open window through which pours the sunlight of the human spirit and human dignity. Honest difference of views and honest debate are not disunity. They are the vital process of policy among free men. Competition is not only the basis of protection to the consumer, but is the incentive to progress. When the outcome of a meeting is to have another meeting, it has been a lousy meeting. Wisdom consists not so much in knowing what to do in the ultimate as knowing what to do next. The maintenance of a spirit of mutual self-help through voluntary giving, through the responsibility of local government, is of infinite importance to the future of America. Every collectivist revolution rides in on a Trojan horse of emergency. There are things in the world that cannot be brought about. There are mistakes that cannot be repaired. But there is one thing sure, that loyalty and friendship are the most precious possessions a man can have. The only trouble with capitalism is capitalists. They're too damned greedy. Children add to the wonder of being alive. We do not need to burn down the house to kill the rats. Prosperity cannot be restored by raids upon the public treasury. The course of unbalanced budgets is the road to ruin. Many women are now holding posts of grave responsibility in city and country and state and nation, and their number must be greatly increased. The worst evil of disregard for some law is that it destroys respect for all laws. Freedom requires that government keep the channels of competition and opportunity open, prevent monopolies, economic abuse and domination. American life is builded and can alone survive upon the fundamental philosophy announced by the Savior 19 centuries ago. We in America today are nearer to the final triumph over poverty than ever before in the history of any land. The poorhouse is vanishing from among us. The slogan of progress is changing from the full dinner pail to the full garage. Our people have more to eat, better things to wear, and better homes. Once upon a time, my political opponents honored me as possessing the fabulous intellectual and economic power by which I created a worldwide progression all by myself. Engineering is a great profession. There is the fascination of watching a figment of the imagination emerge through the aid of science to a plan on paper. Then it moves to realization in stone or metal or energy. Then it brings homes to men or women. Then it elevates the standard of living and adds to the comforts of life. The use of the atomic bomb, with its indiscriminate killing of women and children, revolts my soul. In the great mass of our people, there are plenty individuals of intelligence from among whom leadership can be recruited. Many years ago, I concluded that a few hair shirts were part of the mental wardrobe of every man. The president differs from other men in that he has a more extensive wardrobe. There is no economic failure so terrible in its import as that of a country possessing a surplus of every necessity of life, in which numbers, willing and anxious to work, are deprived of dire necessities. My country owes me nothing. It gave me opportunity for service and honor. Wisdom consists not so much in knowing what to do in the ultimate as knowing what to do next. Freedom is the open window through which pours the sunlight of the human spirit and human dignity. Words without actions are the assassins of idealism. We have heard much in the past few months about the common man. I have a great devotion to them, for out of them rises the uncommon man. They are the seedbeds of leadership. We believe in equal opportunity for all, but we know that this includes the opportunity to rise to leadership, in other words, to be uncommon. The gods do not deduct from man's allotted span the hours spent in fishing. Engineering training deals with the exact sciences. That sort of exactness makes for truth and conscience. It might be good for the world if more men had that sort of mental start in life, even if they did not pursue the profession. We are now speeding down the road of wasteful spending and debt, and unless we can escape, we will be smashed in inflation. There are only two occasions when Americans respect privacy, especially in presidents. Those are prayer and fishing. Many years ago, I concluded that a few hair shirts were part of the mental wardrobe of every man.